Hello friends, welcome to what I hope will be a weekly reading vlog. It is Monday, the 1st of July. Hopefully this vlog will last a week. We will see. I make no promises because the last time I tried to film a weekly vlog, it ended up being a whole month. See my June timer vlog thing. Anyway, July for me is the month of dragons. It is a July of dragons. I'm doing a reading challenge on my Patreon where I just read dragon books all of July. My TBR, you may have seen, was all dragons, and I am ready to kickstart my challenge of all dragons, but I don't know where to start. So I am going to gamify my dragon reading, and I am gonna let my dice decide my dragons. I have got a D20 here, and this D20 is gonna be my decider of dragons. I have a list of 20 dragon books on my phone. There are some that I would rather come up than others. There are some that I really don't want to come up because I need them to come up somewhere else. But here is my list of 20 dragon books. There's some big ones, some little ones, some middle grade. We will see. But I'm just going to roll this and we're going to see what I'm going to read first. So, let's roll the dice. What do you think, Finn? What do you think? Not sure about the dice? Okay, please focus. Focusing. Right, let's see what we get. It is a 14. There it is. 14. And what is number 14 on the list? 14. Witch sign. That has been on my TBR for so long. Let's grab that. Wow, it's your time, Witch Sign. Here is Witch Sign. This is by Den Patrick. I have had this for so long. I got it like when it was new. Honestly, I don't know how dragony this is, other than it has been 75 years since the dragon's rule of fire and magic was ended. Out of the ashes, the Solomender Empire was born. There are witches. And it says, may the gods help those who bear the sign of the witch. They call it the witch sign, the taint of dragons. Okay, so the dragons are fairly prominent, I'm getting from that. This has been on my TBR for so long, and it's about time I read it. Hello, pals. You are currently balanced on a stack of books, so sorry if you wobble or feel like you might fall over. Whoopsie. I actually do not have any reading update for you, which is a shame. Sorry about that, but I have spent a lot of time today filming, editing, and uploading videos, so I've got the content for the rest of this week ready to go, which means I can then spend more time reading for the rest of this week, which is exactly what we want to do. So yay for a productive day of, like, content creation, but I haven't done a lot of reading, which is a shame. So no news there. However, I do have some other news that I would like to share with you, and that is the news that I am partnering with Wild again on this video. Wild is a company with a mission to reduce single-use plastic waste from the bathroom. So your deodorants, your shower gels, your lip balms. They do refillable aluminium cases for deodorant, and I think with every refill that you do in one of their deodorant cases, it is reducing 30 grams of single-use plastic waste. I am a big fan of the sustainability behind what Wild do, what they stand for. The refills themselves are made from bamboo, so there's no plastic, and they do the same thing with the shower gel cases as well. I've been using their deodorants for over a year now and love it. I've been using their shower gel for a couple of months now, and I'm very happy to have converted over to that. It feels so nice on my skin. Like, I love the moisturizing feel of it. It just feels very soft. Their lip balm is new to me. This is the first time I've tried it. I've just put it together. I'll put the little clip of me putting it together over the top here, but it was very easy to do so. And again, you've got the little refill pod in there so you've got no single-use plastic. First time using it on my lips. Feels good. Feels nice. And knowing the way that Wild feel about using natural ingredients, I have no concerns really, but of course I will continue to use it and report back to you. Wild also partner with On a Mission, which means for every time you purchase from Wild, every order you make, a tree is planted as well, which just goes to further that sustainability mission as well, and I love that. So if you would like to check out Wild, I do have a discount code for you. It is Jadeyrae. It will get you 20% off anything on the Wild website. There is also a QR code that I will pop just up here. As I say, I switched to their deodorants over a year ago. No regrets. Thank you once again to Wild for partnering with me. I hope to continue using their products and continue encouraging you to as well, because every little step we can make to help the planet helps. I will have the link to Wild linked down below, as well as the discount code, as I say, Jadeyrae. Gets you 20% off. It is a limited time discount, so don't hesitate. If you want to get some of that Wild goodness, get on it ASAP. But that will all be linked down below. Thank you once again to Wild for partnering with me. And I am now gonna go and get myself ready for bed. Pop my deodorant on, because yes, I pop deodorant on before bed. I like to smell good in bed. And then I'm gonna go and actually read some, because I haven't done that yet. Oh, hello. It's been a minute since I last updated you. I have lost the last 3 days to migraine, or 2 and a bit days to migraine. So you haven't heard from me in a while because I've been in a dark little goblin cave is what I've been saying. Yeah, I've been very light sensitive, migraine-y, so I feel like I'm behind because obviously I haven't been able to read, because I get ocular migraines when I get migraines, which means that my vision goes and then I can't really see very well. Sometimes I can't see at all. So the reading on that front has been off limits, so reading feels like it is very behind. However, I have finished Witch Sign. It just took me a lot longer than I would have liked it to, because migraine. But we're not going to dwell on that. We're going to focus on the fact that I have finished my first dragon book of July, which is Witch Sign by Den Patrick. This one has been on my TBR for such a long time. It has been sat on my shelf for years, and I own the rest of them in the trilogy up there, and I just hadn't got to this one, and now I have. Underwhelmed is my, like, main thought here. I didn't dislike it, like, it was fine, but it was fine. And I feel like it had elements of stories that I've definitely read before. However, this itself, when did this come out? I want to say like 2018? 2018, I was right, wow, yeah, 2018. So maybe if I had read this when it first came out, it would have felt better than it does now. Because now, you know, it's been a few years since then, and I've read other things that have released in that time that have felt somewhat similar to what this is. In this world, dragons used to rule, however the Empire exterminated all of the dragons, got rid of all of the dragons, and now anyone who bears the witch sign is thought to be somehow connected to the dragons, and the Empire then takes them away. We follow siblings, a brother and a sister, God, whose names I've already forgotten. Steiner is the brother, and Kjelren, something like that, is the sister. And of course, with there being this, you know, threat of witch sign, maybe one of them has the witch sign, maybe one of them gets taken, and maybe something happens when they're taken, and so on. I don't want to be too spoilery because the blurb really doesn't give anything away, so I don't want to spoil it for anyone who wants to pick it up. It was alright. I liked the dragon-y bits and the way that that kind of lore of the world was revealed to us. I really liked the sister's perspective, but for like the first half of this book, I felt like some of the character motivations were just really thin, and it was like, it feels like it's trying to pull a plot out of not a lot. It definitely picked up in the second half, but the first half definitely felt like it was trying to pull a story out of nowhere, and then the plot felt like it was limiting the characters. The characters, I think, were stronger than the plot, but the world was quite interesting. I did like the world building, but I do feel like the plot was very restrictive. So yeah, didn't love it, didn't blow my mind. I would have liked more of the dragony bits, and I feel like maybe that's what we would get later in the series, especially with the last one having dragons on the cover. I feel like that's probably where it will go, but this one I'm giving 3 stars. I'm really glad to have read it because it's been on my TBR since 2018. Hurrah! That does mean that I need to roll for another dragon book, so let's do that. We're on the library floor here. Let's see what we get. 3. Number 3. Is that in focus? Just about. Number 3. And number 3 is our winner. Number 3 is Dragon Rider. Awesome. Awesome. So we've rolled number 3, which is Dragon Rider, which happens to be right here, and is one of my priority reads for the month as well. It is a chonker, but it is one of the ones that I definitely wanted to get to this month, so I am happy with this. I would like to say I will finish this weekend. We will see how I go, but I'm excited about this. It's been pretty popular. I never read like a popular release this early on. Like, this only came out a couple of months ago when I went to that event with Sebastian de Castel and Saran Mathry, and I got my book signed. But yeah, I've heard good things about this. People seem to be really enjoying it, so I'm excited to dive in, and that is exactly what I'm going to do now that I've got my eyes back and I can actually read. Hello. I wanted to give you a very quick update. I am 15 chapters, I'm on chapter 15, so 14 chapters into Dragon Rider, and I am having a fantastic time. Like, I have very quickly fallen into this, and it reads fairly quickly, and I've very quickly fallen into this and very quickly have become very invested. And I love it when a book can grab me this quickly. So I have high hopes for how this is going to go. I'm pleasantly surprised by the first, I think it's, what page am I on, 87? 87, yeah. I am pleasantly surprised by the first 87 pages of this. And if it keeps up this sort of momentum, we could be in for a very good time. I mean, the length of the book, like those first 87 pages, are nothing. It is 560 pages. But I still think I can read this all this weekend. Hold on to that thought, though. But, so far so good. I don't want to say 5-star prediction, but I might have just said it. You know when you get a new outfit or a new jumper or a new t-shirt and you just live in it for weeks after getting it? That's me in this right now. It has been washed. It's actually fresh on. It has just been washed and dried. I promise. Not that I need to justify myself to you, but it has. Anyway, I finished Dragon Rider. I told you I was going to finish it at the weekend, and I did. Hurrah! It is actually now Monday, so I should be finishing this vlog, but I'm not going to. For scheduling purposes, I am going to continue this vlog on until Thursday, because something exciting happens on Thursday. It's a book release. That's what happens on Thursday. So I'm going to continue this vlog on up until I get that book. And then I'm going to do another vlog for that book. It's Sky on Fire by Jen Lyons. I don't know why I'm trying to be cryptic. But I finished this last night, Sunday night. I finished this. I read like 500 pages of this in one day. I really enjoyed this. It really did just suck me in from the very beginning. I was, like, really quickly invested. I think I gave you an update at, like, 89 pages or something and said, like, it sucked me in really quickly. I was very quickly into it. I was very quickly invested in these characters and the story and the politics of this world. That kept me, and it really did keep me throughout this whole thing, hence why I read it quite so quickly. I just ended up absolutely devouring this. The characters were so, like, real. Like, Jai just felt like a very real character to follow. Frida, maybe a little bit less so. Frida is the handmaiden that he kind of goes on this journey with. I wasn't quite, like, into her character quite so much, but then something happened at the end that I think is kind of why that was. I don't want to spoil anything, so super cryptic. But brief overview of this book. Jai is the son of the leader of another kingdom that has been killed, and he has been held not quite hostage, not quite political prisoner, which is what I thought it was, but kind of. He's a servant, he's been captured by them, he cannot leave, he is a slave to the old emperor. The person that Jai serves, he used to be the emperor. He gave up his throne to his son, and his grandson has now come of age as well. So there's this whole thing, and his grandson has just been betrothed to a princess of a neighbouring kingdom in an alliance. This betrothal goes horribly wrong, and the shit hits the fan. Jai takes this opportunity to escape with a dragon egg, because this neighbouring kingdom who brought the princess to be wed, part of her dowry was a dragon egg and the promise of being able to bond with dragons as they do in her kingdom. Jai takes a dragon egg and doesn't take a genius to work out that he may become bonded with this dragon. I really liked the politics of this world. I liked how the political conflict came to be. It wasn't entirely how I thought it would be, like, it wasn't super duper predictable. There were certain elements of it that were predictable, but overall I was very invested and I liked the way it played out. There was enough action, but I also felt like I knew enough about the characters to, like, understand motivations and stuff, and that is very important to me. I have learned is that I like to know the characters' motivations for what they're doing. Like, their motivations, not just the motivations of the political landscape, like what's in it for them. I feel like I got that with this, and there was enough action and enough brutality, like it got pretty brutal at times, that it just gave me a lot of what I wanted. As I say, there were some characters that I was slightly less invested in, and there were some plot points that were maybe a little bit predictable. But overall, I had a very good time with this, and I'm giving it a 4-star rating. So, my camera battery died, I apologise. But overall, I'm giving it a 4-star rating, so yay for that. That does mean that I have had a 3-star, I have had a 4-star, and it is now time to roll my dice for the third and probably final book of this vlog. I had wanted to do more than this, but it just hasn't happened, you know? Life. But yeah, I have my dice, I have my list on my phone. Let's roll and see what comes next. Let's roll and see what we get. 18. A high one. Aww. And a teeny tiny one. Big panda and tiny dragon. Okay, that's not going to be the last roll then, because that is the tiniest dragon book ever. Tiniest dragon book ever. This is like a one line of text and illustration per page book. I think it's like a sad panda and motivational dragon sort of positive thinking sort of thing. Maybe? I don't know. They often get lost, but it leads them to discover many beautiful things, exploring hardships and happinesses that connect us all. learning how to live in the moment, how to be at peace with uncertainty, and how to find the strength to overcome life's obstacles. Let's get deep with a tiny dragon. Okay, that was cute. Not life-changing, but cute. Here's something life-changing and cute. Yes. Oh my goodness! Ah! What's happening? Oh, you're just so happy. Oh my god, what you got? What has he got? Oh, I got poopies and cream ice cream. It says poopies and cream. Ready? Go! Oh, this is me now. Oh, baby, what you got? Oh, you're gonna chew it. She's gonna sit there and chew it really loudly now. So, sorry about that. But this was sweet. Not life-changing, but sweet. And yeah, it's just kind of motivational, inspirational pages. It's not like a story. It's kind of exactly what I expected it to be. Just random little bits, and it's broken up into seasons. The best thing to have with tea, said Big Panda, is a good friend. Like, it was cute, and there were some of them that just made me smile, and some of them that didn't get much reaction from me. Very much like a coffee table sort of book, maybe something to flick through if you're feeling low on inspiration and motivation. I'm not really sure how to rate a book like this, because there isn't much to rate. Three star, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, cute. If you like that sort of coffee table flick through occasionally, little memento sort of thing. Yeah, I don't really know how to describe that, but I have read it. Hurrah! So that means, oh, here's my dice. We gotta go again. So, let's go again. Okay, here we are. You got a little fin here as well, but here we are. Here's the dice, and we have got 6. Can you just about see that that's a 6? And the tip, 6. And that is... oh no. Well, I mean, okay. Number 6 is Fourth Wing. I really didn't want that, in all honesty. Oh man. Well, here we go. The dice has done me dirty for the first time. Oh man, okay. I don't think I'm gonna like this. I do not think I'm gonna like this. It did me really well with the tiny dragon book. It was like, yeah, I give you a little treat before I hit you. With probably the one book on there that I wanted least. Maybe? Although actually, maybe something enormous like the Black Coast, because I want to read the new Jen Lyons book as soon as it landed. Maybe that would have been worse. Like, I can read this before then. Oh man. I can't. Right, I'm not just gonna complain about it. I'm just gonna read it. I am 50 pages into Fourth Wing. This is bad. Like, actually badly written. I don't know if I can get past this writing style fully. Like 10 pages in, I was already struggling, and I was already thinking this is tremendously overwritten. Like, it's trying so hard to be sophisticated. It's trying so hard to be eloquent. Like, it's just overwritten. Like, the phrase that has stood out to me and is probably just going to be a joke for the rest of my life now is about windows being equidistant apart. Like, I don't know anything about this setting. I don't know anything about this world, really, but I know that the windows to the building were equidistant. Like, what? Who says that? It's just trying to use a fancy word. Not that equidistant is necessarily a fancy word, but you could, in a much easier and more flowing way, tell me that the windows were equally spaced, rather than use a word like equidistant. And the descriptions of the men, like, he was flaming hot. I don't like it. It feels like a Wattpad story written by a 13-year-old. And that doesn't mean to say that Wattpad is bad. Good writers are on Wattpad, I'm sure of it, and good stories have come from Wattpad. But what I mean to say is, like, your stereotypical 13-year-old on Wattpad that's trying to sound older than they are by using bigger words than they need to, and like, it doesn't flow, it doesn't work. I don't like it. It's trying too hard and it doesn't work. Like, if you're gonna be a trashy book, which I've been told it is, and I was kind of hoping it was gonna be, like, if you're gonna be a fast food sort of book, if you're gonna be a cheeseburger, be a cheeseburger. Don't try and be a 5-star meal. Be a cheeseburger. And then you might flow a bit better. I don't know. And I mean, it's so, like, obviously set out, and it's just so, oh, I don't like it. I don't like the writing. I don't like anything that I've read in these first 50 pages. I don't want to DNF, like, immediately. I want to at least give this a go. But I am rolling my eyes, I am shaking my head, I am pulling disgusted faces, like, every page, because it's just bad. Like, it's actually bad. Like, if it was better written, as in, like, the flow of the language and stuff, and didn't read like it was trying so fucking hard, maybe I could get on board with the plot and the trashiness there. Hopefully you know what I mean. I don't mean trashy in a bad way there, I just mean in a, like, fast food sort of way. I could get on board with that. But the writing is what is really, really bothering me. I don't think I necessarily expected. I kind of hoped that it would be cheeseburgery. But, yeah, who knew the writing was going to be such a problem? Anyway, I'm going to try and get a bit further. We'll see. I just wanted to let you know that 50 pages in, I'm having a horrible time. Pals, I can't do it. I can't do it. I am soft DNFing Fourth Wing? Is this a soft DNF? Is this a hard DNF? I don't know. But I've realised I've got, like, just over 100 pages in. I do not like the writing style. At all. I really dislike it. Like, it's bad. I can't. But then a piece of me is like, oh, but I want to know the drama. Like, I want to know why people are so besotted with this badly written book. And I've heard, like, my patrons have been telling me that there's parts of this that they would want my opinion on, and characters that they want to know what I think of and stuff. And maybe when I'm in the mood for trash, I might pick it back up again. Again, with the using the word trash, like, I don't mean that in a fully negative way, because there is a place for books that are not literary masterpieces and are just easily consumable cheeseburgery sort of books, like trash TV. Like, there's a place for it. I'm not saying it's, like, bad, and I don't fully know how to articulate exactly what I mean, but when I'm calling it trash, I'm calling it, like, junk food. I've probably tried to explain that to you so many times during the segment of this vlog of me talking about Fourth Wing. I hope you get that. But when I'm in the mood for that sort of trashy, consumable, junk foody read, maybe I will come back to this to find out what the hype is, because so far I have just been knocked off my feet with how bad the writing is. And that's not what I'm in the mood for now. Right now, I want big, epic, drama, political, intrigue, suck me in, get my brain going sort of fantasy. That's what I want right now. Like what I got from Dragon Rider, I want more of that, and that is not what Fourth Wing is going to give me. So thank you, Dice, for that one. I tried it, and I feel like giving it over 100 pages is a fair shot. Like, I could have told you 10 pages, I think I did tell you 10 pages in, that I knew I hated the writing style. I gave it over 100 pages, and I still don't want to read it. But this isn't an unhaul. This is, we'll see if I'm in the mood for garbage a bit later on. Alright, well, thanks for watching this. I hope you're enjoying my dragon readings so far. I'm excited to read more dragons for the rest of the month. If you've read any dragon books so far in July, please let me know what they are down below. Always keen to grow my dragon TBR. But thanks for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. I'm going to go and dive into my most anticipated read of the second half of this year. I'll see you there. Bye!